Today I'm going to be showing you Blender. I'm going to show you how to set the units, and I'm going to show you some of the basic things that I do when I get started in Blender. First thing I do is go over to Scene. I go to Units and I set the unit system to Imperial. And I'm going to hit Separate Units. Alright, and I'm going to select the cube. I can tell the cube is selected when it turns orange. And I'm going to go up to this little arrow right here and click on that. And that's going to tell me some things about this cube. Okay, the location of the cube is 0, 0, 0, which means it's right in the middle of the screen. Anytime I import objects, that's where they go. Now down here's the dimensions of the cube. I'm going to change this to 8 foot, 8 foot, and 8 foot to make it a little more easy to use. Now I can see half the cube is below floor level, and the origin point for the cube is in the center of the cube. So anytime I make the cube bigger, it expands both up and down, and I don't like that. So I'm going to change this back to 8 foot. And now I'm going to take this 8 foot and divide it in half, and that gives me 4 foot. 4 foot and 4 foot. Now this is the origin point for the cube. This is the origin point for the map. I want the origin point for the cube to be right in the corner of the cube, just like the origin point for the map. So I go up here to Object and I go to Set Origin, Origin to 3D Cursor. And now the origin point for the cube is at the corner. And now when I scale the cube, it starts at the floor and it goes up. I'm going to make this into a wall. I'm going to hit it 6 inches on one side, and there we go, we got a wall. Now I'm going to make more walls. All I got to do is hit Shift D, and that duplicates the wall, and I can move that anywhere I want. But you know, if I set it down anywhere, it's not going to be lined up with anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the Y key. Now when I hit the Y key, that wall will not move anywhere but on that line there. If I hit X, it moves on this line. If I hit Z, then it moves on that line. So I'm going to go back to Y, and I'm going to set this down right next to that wall right there. But how do I do that? Well, it's easy. You can see the origin point right there is in the center. The wall is 8 foot wide, so I want to set that right there at 8 foot. So I'm just going to hit 8. That's all I got to do. I hit 8, and that wall is lined up perfectly with that wall. Now I'm going to go here and I'm going to hit Shift D again, only this time I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to hit R. Now I can see it rotates in weird directions, and I'm going to hit Z. Now the wall rotates on the Z axis, and I'm going to hit 90, and the wall faces in that direction. I'm going to hit backspace and it clears that out. So now I'm back to this point. Now I can type in -90. Now the wall is facing in that direction. Alright, so now I'm going to select this wall here, and I'm going to have I'm going to select Shift D, and I'm going to hit R. I'm going to hit Y. Now the wall turns in that direction. Now, where do I want to go with this wall? Well, I'll just type in 180. Wall goes in that direction. I'd hit backspace, clear that out, and I hit 90. Now it's in that direction. I'll hit enter. Now I'm going to select this again. I'm going to hit Shift D, and I'm going to hit R for rotate. And it's going to rotate there on that axis. I don't really want it to rotate there in that spot, so I'm going to hit the escape key. Alright, now I'm going to select this again. I'm going to hit Shift D, and I'm going to move it over 8 feet. I'm going to hit the X key, and it's going to be right there on that line. If I hit the X key, but I mean to hit Y, no big deal. I just hit the Y key. Now I want to move that wall over 8 feet in that direction. I just type in 8, and there it is. Now I hit Shift D again. I hit R, and then I hit X, and it rotates in that direction. And I type in 90. And it goes that direction. I hit backspace, clear that out, and I hit negative 90. And there we got a floor for that little bitty room right there. And that's how easy it is to build a structure in Unreal. Let's try moving this up to the top here. We're going to just go over here and select move, and I'm going to select this blue, and that lets me know which direction I'm moving it in. And I can tell right here that it's coming out about 16 feet to fit right on top of that. So I'm going to just go over here, and I'm going to type in 16 feet, and there it is. It's sitting right on top of that wall. I'm going to rotate it, hit X, and I'm going to hit 90, and it rotates at that corner. Okay, that's fine. It went up instead of across. All I got to do is hit this here, bring it down to about where I want it, and it's coming out at about 8 foot right here. So I just type in 8 foot. Now it's perfectly lined up with the other walls. Now to delete something, I just select it, and I hit the delete key, and it's gone. I can select something, I can hit the X key, and that also deletes it. So that's a quick way to start out getting your units set to Imperial and making walls.